Chemistry-11.
Are you having trouble understanding common laboratory apparatus? Well, these students right here will teach you about what are the common laboratory apparatus and their functions. So let's not make this introduction much longer. Sit down, relax, and enjoy this video. These are common laboratory apparatus. Number 1. Balance. Balance is used for measuring mass, such as solid, liquid, tissues, and more. Number 2. Ring stand. Ring stand is used to hold or clamp laboratory glassware and other equipment in place so that it does not fall down or came apart. Number 3. Beaker. The beaker is used to hold, mix, and heat liquids. This is the specific tool when using or mixing different types of liquid. Number 4. Scupola. Scupola is used for transferring solids, and it has a brand name of a spatula-like scoop utensil. Number 5. Beaker tongues. Beaker tongues is used to pick up the beaker so that we can move the beaker from one place to another if you cannot touch it by our bare hands. Number 6. Striker. Striker is used to start the Bunsen burner. It is like a flint that starts a fire. This is the tool that creates a spark that light Bunsen burner. Bunsen burners. It is frequently used as a heat source in the absence of flammable materials. It produces a single open gas flame, and you can use it for heating, sterilizing, and combustion. Next is stirring rod. Stirring rod, it is used for stirring and mixing liquids or solids and liquids. It can also be used for decanting supernatant. Next is burette. It is used for dispensing an accurate volume of water, and it is used for titration in a volumetric analysis. Next is test tube. Test tube, it is used to hold, mix, and measure small amounts of liquid. Next is a clay triangle. It is used to support a crucible while or during heating. Or in other words, it is a stable framework that is placed for solid chemicals while heating. Next is test tube clamp. It is used for holding a test tube, particularly when it's
Crucibles is a small utensil for conducting high temperature chemical reaction and analysis, or large industrial vessels for melting and calcining. A crucible is a ceramic or a metal container for melting and testing metals. Metals that can be tested in crucibles are aluminum, nickel, and copper, etc. Crucibles can also be used in melting cast iron. Test tube rack. Test tube rack is a laboratory equipment used to hold upright multiple test tubes at the same time. They are most commonly used when various different solutions are needed to work in simultaneously. For safety reasons, for safe storage of the tubes, and the ease of transport of multiple tubes. Crucible tanks. Crucible tanks is a scissor-like tools, but instead of having two blades, these tools are replaced with two pincers or pieces of metals that concave together. The function of crucible tools is to allow the user to grasp a hot crucible plus evaporating dishes or even small beakers. Thermometer. Thermometer is used for measuring temperature. The function of thermometer is to check the boiling point, the freezing point, of an object or temperature of other substances. The range of a laboratory thermometer is between -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Erlenmeyer plus, also known as conical plus or titration plus, is a type of laboratory plus that features a flat bottom, conical body, and a cylindrical top. The function of Erlenmeyer plus is to hold and measure chemical liquid samples, but can also be used to mix heat bulk chemicals. Utility clamp. Utility clamp is a laboratory apparatus resembling a pair of scissors. The screw in the middle works as a wide adjustment of two prongs. The function of a utility clamp is to hold a round laboratory glassware such as beaker, flask, etc.
The evaporating dish. It is used to evaporate the excess solvents, most commonly water, to produce a concentrated solution or a solid precipitate of the dissolved substance. Next is the volumetric flask. It is used to prepare a solution at an accurate volume. The volumetric flask measures much more precise than the beaker or the Erlenmeyer flask. Next is the forceps. It is used to pick up or hold small objects. These small objects may be smaller for the hand to be held, or it may be dangerous to be held with bare hands. Next is the volumetric pipette. It is used to measure small amounts of liquid more accurately. Never use a pipette by mouth. Use pipetting aids. They are suction devices that can either suck liquid into or expel liquid out of pipettes. Next is a funnel. A funnel is used to transfer liquids or fine-grained materials onto another container with small openings. A funnel can also be used for filtration if used with a filter paper. And next is the wash bottle. It is used to rinse pieces of glassware or to add small quantities of water. It is made to be resistant to thermal and chemical expansions to prevent it from bending or melting while still being used in cleaning some tools.
Graduated cylinder, a narrow cylindrical container marked with horizontal lines to represent units of measurement, and used to precisely measure the volume of liquids. Watch glass. It is a round concave dash dish used for evaporation, weighing solid, and as a lid for flasks and bakers. Mortar and pestle. Used to crush up solid materials into smaller pieces or to grind into fine powder, making it easier to dissolve solids into solvents when making solutions. Wire gauze. It is placed on the support ring that is attached to the retort stand between the Bunsen burner and the glassware to support the bakers, flask, and other glassware during heating. Pipette. A pipette is a laboratory instrument used to measure out or transfer small quantities of liquid in volumes of millimeters and microliters. Ring clamp. It is used to hold separatory funnels and can be used to secure funnels when filtering or pouring liquids into narrow joints. Microscope. Used to observe small and microscopic objects that is not visible by the naked eye by magnification.
morninglight.music.io